Hey everyone, Steve here with At The Ready, and today I'm out at the range. The gun you're looking at is the gun that I was doing the 2,000 round test on. I know some of you saw the video that I posted. It went up by accident, sort of. I wasn't ready to release it yet, but basically I got to like 1,438 rounds on this gun, and I had a case rupture on one of the rounds I reloaded. Now I don't believe it was a double charge because of the powder I use. Red Dot is a very big powder, and an overcharge would lead to powder spilling out of the case and all over the floor and everywhere. So it would be really hard to do to load a double charge with that powder. I believe the problem was with a old or weak case. The case was a tool ammo case, and I don't know how many times it was reloaded, or if they're just kind of weak by nature and how they're made. You'll also notice that the frame's different. I put an OD green frame on here. Basically what happened was when the case ruptured, it sent the extractor flying somewhere. It didn't do any other damage to the gun. I sent the gun into SIG and had them look at it, and they replaced the extractor and said everything was fine with it. So I got it out the range to shoot it today, just to make sure it works. They test fired it at their facility, but it's always best to kind of test it yourself. I don't know how many rounds they fired through it or whatever, but nothing else happened to the gun. In the video, I'll post at the end of this, you'll notice that I thought the slide was toast. I thought there was huge cracks in it and all that, and when I cleaned it, I found out that it was just the powder that was making everything really dirty, and looking like it was toast. It looked like it had cracks on the slide everywhere and all that, but after I cleaned it up, it was fine. So you'll notice I said that in the video, that I really thought it was toast and was broken. That being said, the 2,000 round test is kind of over because the gun has been cleaned and lubricated now. But we made it 1,438 rounds without cleaning or lubrication. Obviously the case rupture is not a failure on the gun's part, but it did cause a catastrophic breakage in the gun, in which I had to send it to the factory and have it inspected and looked at and stuff. So like I said, while it's not the gun's fault, it did happen. So I just want to kind of document it. And the test is pretty much over because I did have to clean it and lubricate it. So I might do more 2,000 round tests in the future. Not sure right now what I'm going to do with that. So just kind of stand by and see maybe if I get my hands on some other brands or manufacturer of guns. Maybe I'll do a 2,000 round test on those. For now, I'm just going to shoot these guns and make sure they work, and I'll obviously keep track of the round count. And if I ever make it back to 2,000 rounds again, I'm not going to do as rigorous of a shooting schedule as I was doing before. So I just kind of want to give you guys an update on that and kind of let you know that the 2,000 round test is over. Ended at 1,438 rounds with no malfunctions, other than what ended the test was that case rupture. So I'm going to plug that video in the back here right now, and thanks for watching, and we'll have more videos to come. Hey everybody, Steve here with At The Ready, and I've got an update with the SIG P320 on my 2,000 round challenge. Today I had a case rupture. This is the case. I don't suspect it was overcharged. The powder I use is Red Dot, and it's a pretty big flake powder. And so when I reload this, three-fourths of the case is already filled up as it is, so an overcharge would be really hard to do without spilling powder everywhere, and you would notice it. It's not a fine ball powder like most pistol powders are. And so what I think happened here is this is just a weak case. The back of it just blew out, and what happened with that is my extractor blew out of the gun. I couldn't find it, so it's somewhere at the range still. And so I'm just kind of looking this over here. Let me turn on the light, maybe you can see. I think there might be some permanent damage here. Let me see if I can show you what I'm looking at here. Particularly over here, you'll see I think there's some metal that's gone. I'm gonna have to clean this up, but I wanted to just make a video real quick before I clean it up. It's pretty dirty. This was at 1,438 rounds. So if I can hold this flashlight, I can show you where, if you can't see, where there's a chunk of metal, kind of looks like it's blown out right there in the center of the film there. So I don't know if this slide is toast or what. Like I said, I'm going to clean it up and just see what's just, and I don't know if that's a crack right there or if that's just powder or just crap, you know, gunk. This, you know, like I said, it's got 1,438 rounds on it. And then this case ruptured. The barrel looks fine to me. I don't see any apparent damage, but like I said, I'm going to clean it up too. Just kind of clean everything up. As it is, you know, technically a catastrophic failure of the gun due to the ammo case rupture. So I'm going to have to do some more investigating here and find out, you know, what's all damaged and what I can, if I can just put a new extractor in, or if I'm done with this slide, which would ultimately be the conclusion of the test, obviously. I'm going to have to, for now, I'll just have to run one of my other SIG P320s. Luckily, I've got another one that's set up pretty close to this with the flat face trigger. It's a compact FTE P320C, so not a big deal as far as being armed goes. It's the same gun that I've been running pretty much. So I'll give you an update as soon as I figure out exactly if this is permanent damage or what. So just wanted to give you guys an update. Thanks for watching.